Staying on task can be difficult, but it can be particularly challenging when you are surrounded by constant distraction. In today's always connected world, diversions are nothing more than a click away. Even during quiet moments, distraction is literally at your fingertips as you find yourself checking your Instagram notifications or the latest news updates. The ability to concentrate on something in your environment and direct mental effort toward it is critical for learning new things, achieving goals, and performing well across a wide variety of situations. Whether you are trying to finish a report at work or competing in a marathon, your ability to focus can mean the difference between success and failure. Watch the video till the end that we will tell you about a power that is indispensable to achieve any goal. It is a real results accelerator, and at the end of this video you will understand why it is so important. So, before moving further, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel, so that you don't miss our upcoming amazing videos. Alright, let's dive in. The beginning of the year is the time when we all formulate goals and promise to achieve them, but often after only a few days or at most a few weeks the resolutions we have formulated come out of our mind. We lose them without even knowing the reason. This happens because we do not use the power of focus. This power that every human being has in himself is made up of two laws, and it is these two laws that I want to talk to you about. In fact, it will be enough for you to have both clear to be yourself witness of how much their application to your goals will make their realization faster. So let's start with the first law of mental focus, the law of focus. You cannot think of two things at the same time. When your focus is on higher values, it is impossible to have lower thoughts such as greed or anger. So, as we go through life, we must realize that everything we do has some sort of impact, and focusing on things through a higher value elevates us away from negativity and creates opportunity for best case scenario. Why are focus and concentration so important? Because they create mindful intention, and mindful intention is important for manifesting all you may want in this world. Creating requires effort. The mind is our creator but also our distractor. Unless we stand at the controls and point it in the direction of our goals and focus and concentrate, things just do not get done. This takes me back to Israel and my own lessons on focus. Eliminating distraction keeps us on our path. Remember, our own thinking is the distractor. We give our thoughts life by focusing on them. One day as I was walking along the beach with my dog at sunset, enjoying the warm surf and marveling at the colors fading into the ocean, I realized some things. It was a tough time in my life with many obstacles, and, through it all, here I was on the shore of the Mediterranean walking among 1,000-year-old Roman ruins that had partially fallen onto the beach. I realized we are all here so temporarily. The people who once lived among the fallen stones were long gone and forgotten. The place is called Apollonia, and it is a magical place where dreams are dreamt and ideas are created. And there I was, unhappy, thinking my own dreams were not realized, and wondering what I could do to improve my own life. And then it hit me. I needed a strategy, a plan. I had had many plans in the past, but never followed through. Why? Because my focus was always shifted. Because I was in such survival mode, there was only room to concentrate on the next moment. So, I took it. I focused on each moment. One foot in front of the other. I concentrated on solving whatever was directly in front of me, and poof. A year later, as I walked down that same beautiful beach, I had moved myself into a much better place in my life. I only paid attention to the thinking. I intentionally focused on creating and concentrated on keeping it in the forefront of my mind. When bad thoughts crept in, I realized I was not being mindful in the moment. Focus and concentration is mindfulness. Mindfulness brings dreams to reality. Life was never the same after that. The law of concentration. Every action we do contributes to the whole. Therefore, your actions are neither big nor small, as all your actions influence the whole. Concentration is the act of focusing the mind upon a given desire until ways and means for its realization have been worked out and successfully put into operation. Thus, concentration is the ability to keep the mind on one subject until thorough familiarization has taken place and mastery is achieved. That combination of familiarization and mastery is accomplished through fixed habit and practice. When the mind is made to concentrate upon a given desire, two laws immediately enter into the equation, namely, the law of autosuggestion and the law of habit. Autosuggestion, as described in earlier summaries and how to make proper use of it, is about suggesting to one's own mind to concentrate on a certain end or desire. Habit, on the other hand, grows out of environment. Out of repeatedly doing the same thing in the same way. Out of thinking the same thoughts over and over again. Habit, once formed, is hard to break and is the basis for all memory training. If habit grows out of environment, then it becomes very important to select one's environment with the utmost of care, for once selected, it turns out to be the mental feeding ground. It becomes the place from which we extract our information and the food that goes into our minds when dealing with ourselves or with the world around us. The mental food that goes into our minds supplies the materials out of which we create our thoughts and thought processes. Generally speaking, habit is fed from all the five senses: hearing, smelling, seeing, feeling and tasting. When we deal with habit, we tend to view it from its adverse aspects, i.e. we tend to think of bad habits and forget that there are good habits as well. If you do not allow habit to dominate and dictate your actions and character, then you are on the good way to master, harness and set it to work for you instead of against you. A habit is a mental path over which our actions have traveled for some time, each time making the path wider and a little wider. If you have to walk over a field or through a forest, you know how natural it is for you to choose the clearest path in preference to the less worn ones, and greatly in preference to stepping out across the field or through the woods and making a new path. And the line of mental action is precisely the same. It is movement along the lines of least resistance, passage over the well-worn path. The one and only way old habits may be removed is to form new habits to neutralize and replace the unwanted ones. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it informative, do like and subscribe, and don't forget to give comments and provide us with your valuable feedback, and until then, stay tuned to Mind Vibes.